it please the Lord, you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
I'm super proud of my dad for writing his 3 books, and it was a healing process for myself and my sister, and for anybody who's interested in learning about different cultures, I urge you to order the book and to read it. It's very beautiful.
Because you inspired me. You're awesome. I can't wait to dig into it and look parallel at my life too. With inspiration from you, knowing that I can put a lot of stuff behind and move forward like you did. Buddy, thanks.
No, what a huge project this has been for both of us. We've been working on all 3 volumes for a year, and obviously we're still not finished yet because volume 3 is not out yet. It will be in 2023 at some point. And the more I work with Adele, the more I learn, and the more I enjoy his stories and am inspired by his life.
Such a beautiful story, and I'm so happy. I share most of actually the parts that Adele wrote about. We are pretty much actually at the same age, a few years apart, and lived obviously from in Ethiopia and Addis Ababa. So I'm so glad actually to be part of his achievements.
Wells is a wonderful book, and he is an author in the truest of senses. He's put himself out there and been vulnerable, and that's one of the most terrifying things an author can do.
Is my father. He's a great father. He's raised me to be the woman I am today. And I'm very proud to actually be called his daughter, especially after knowing his story and all his accomplishments. I'm really proud of him.
So I have read this book, and it is particularly special to me because I am just a couple months younger than Adele, and I lived in Ethiopia. When Adele also lived in Ethiopia, but a different set of perspectives, because I lived a life of privilege and Adele lived a life of survival. And so it was just fascinating. So many of these places that he describes I know, but from a very different perspective. And we met here in Canada. We're really good friends. We hiked together. And just to deep dive into his life, his experience, his resilience, the way community, kindness, and education changed his life. It's phenomenal. It's a must read.
Okay. The book is a very fascinating one. What's most intriguing to me is how Adele wrote about the relationship, the father, the Arab father, and the Ethiopian Orthodox mothers, and how he viewed those as being very different. And then I always wondered if he's changed over the years and how that reflects on raising of his daughters because of the Arab father and the gene pool that Adele comes from. Because I was born in northern Alberta.
Yeah.
And we were foster kids at age 3. So I'm in his 30s, but I'm interested in his views on that.
So this book is like for anyone who have excuses, for failure or for not succeeding in anything. This book is for those kind of people. It helps them, to realize their plan and their goal, so that to achieve. So I say I recommend this book for those kind of people. Thank you.
Story about hope and inspiration from a homeless child and how he survived living walking on the streets between the ages of 5 and 8 years of age. I could not put this book down. It was really, really inspirational and gut-wrenching and sad and humorous at the same time. He spins a few very funny stories out of such a tragic time of his life, and I'm really proud of him. I'm glad to be part of his book release today. Thank you.
I think it takes a lot of courage for Adele to share those very, very significant events of his personal life, and also it's a very, very courageous thing to do.
This book to have nothing, and it really got to me reading it. In fact, it was so good that I was saying to Adele, I'm surprised they don't make this into a movie, because this book is so good. It reminds me of some of those other kind of autobiographical stories of real life incidents, like a movie called like Lion. So and I said, this is worthy of a movie. It really is. And I think that someone should come up, a movie producer, someone should come out and write the screenplay and get this out into a theater, because it is so good. And to read about all what Adele went through in his early life is just astronomical. Here he is here, surviving all that, close to this close execution in a jail, and he's here to tell his story. So it's pretty good.
The book was really good. I read it. All my family read it, and it reflects most of our culture and most of the immigrant people. And I hope everyone who reads the book will understand what all the immigrants went through. And I really like it, and I encourage everybody to read the book.
Say that I know I've said it before, that's the most moving, emotionally heart-turning book that I've ever read, and thank you for putting it out there, the most vulnerable self, so we can all learn and think back and reflect on the kids on the streets and what can be done and on how to move forward as a society. So thank you for sharing your most intimate side of story. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, Adele, we're so happy to be part of this special book launch with you, and of course I enjoyed hiking with you, and I really, really enjoyed reading your book, and I look forward to reading the second book as well. Thank you.
Adele's book is an inspiring tale of how to grow from having nothing into having so much of a bold future, just through strength of character, perseverance, and really investing in his education and the wide range of ideas in the community around him. Fantastic book.
The fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. Well, she tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and cut your hair, and from your lips she drew hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked the floor. Used to live alone before I knew ya. But I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Our love is not cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.